Helen, would you begin the next round? The subject is interior designers.
Interior designers are a strange breed, some of whom are housewives who go on a course for one day possibly to learn mumbo-jumbo about the varied aspects of fabric formation. I personally have a passion for textures, velveteens, trisel, viscose and crepes, and can identify an Allegra Hicks from not a Nigella Lawson but a Laura Ashley, akin to those food enthusiasts we all have at our dinner table who ask, is this a Delia, when consuming a
Should be challenged.
The repetition of Delia.
Yes.
Who was royally lectured about keeping their mouths shut.
Right, so William is going to St Andrews, and coincidentally, 44% of the population, I think I'm correct in saying, have just by chance decided that they want to go there as well. God knows why. Probably people have actually moved into Fife, which is known for its attractions. So that
because Andrew Neil is the rector of St Andrews.
Oh, he's the rector.
That's the attraction, isn't it?
Well, that's even more compelling then. So what happens is that people go to Fife so that they might glimpse the young prince buying his mighty white for toast, you know, and doing his Ali G impressions or whatever students do.
The lone bit of liberal resistance is the Lord Chief Justice.
He understood about criminality, I feel, and he says you've got to confront your victim, and after that, get them over for coffee, maybe, you know, adopt them as surrogate grandparents, and if they don't want to do that, you just mug them again. I think that was
You used to be a social worker, didn't you?
I did. Discussion said that the peers in the law should accept that sex was normal, which might be a bit of a stretch for them, and discuss it with their children, which would be fine, but not many of them had any due to thinking that sex wasn't normal. So. Now, IKEA. The problem is that the shops are shoddy. Don't you get lots of little night lights in IKEA? And
no, I don't go there.
Oh, you're too rich. Heels for you. No, I think.
Hello and welcome to Home Truths. Well, you've got me today, Helen Lederer, slipping seamlessly, I hope, into the great man's shoes, or better still, his Glastonbury moccasins, should he possess a pair, to allow for my protruding bunion. Too much information, I hear you cry, and you'd be right, but at least I'm enabling John to become embroiled in all things Christmassy, otherwise known as Christmas shopping, I suspect, because let's face it, without allowing time to purchase decent schmutter for your dear ones, there's no Christmas. So, no pressure then.
Having a teenager at home all day can be tricky, but Helen Lederer found one solution after she was talked into bonding with her daughter in a very drastic way.
It's one thing to be cosied up at the end of term in the local wine bar, knee to knee with 22 other mothers, plus one inexplicably quiet token male, on a for heaven's sake let us mums get to know each other session, but quite another to actually find oneself a few days later in mid-Wales with a few of the same on an outward bound week. A very apprehensive, reed-sulking, 12-year-old and I climbed aboard a coach to join 15 others on this rather alarming mission to bond in the wild. In fact, the coach was the last time my daughter admitted to knowing me personally, having clocked some quite badly behaved people her size on the back seat, leaving me alone at the front. On arrival, having dumped my bags onto my bunk, yes, I did say bunk, I found myself literally 5 minutes later wading fully dressed into a swamp of mud. When I ventured to ask everyone why we should do such a thing, they all laughed, and my reputation as joker of the group was born. However, no amount of secret trips to the garage down the road for crisps, chocky and wine took the edge off that fear of being in a wetsuit saying "wee" a lot while surfing in a thunderstorm in full view of the public.